The open road is supposed to mean freedom, but for some drivers, the road at night is a prison. Long, empty miles filled with darkness where no one can hear you scream. Truckers whisper about a figure they call the shadow. It doesn't wait for you at the side of the road. It doesn't appear in front of your car. It runs with you, always just out of reach of your headlights, always at the corner of your vision. And if you try to outrun it, it follows. This is the terrifying legend of the highway shadow. There's a stretch of highway cutting through flat farmland, miles from the nearest town. By day, it looks ordinary. Endless fields, telephone poles leaning against the horizon, and heat waves rising from the asphalt. But at night, the road changes. The silence becomes suffocating. The wind disappears. The fields feel too empty, too wide, as if they're waiting. Drivers call it the dead stretch, the part of the road where your chest tightens, your knuckles grip the wheel harder, and every instinct tells you to go faster. That's where people see it. The first official report came from a long-haul trucker named David in the late 1960s. He was hauling freight at 2 a.m. The headlights were cutting through the blackness. At first, he thought he saw a man running along the side of the road, but as he got closer, he realized the figure wasn't on the shoulder at all. It was keeping pace directly alongside his truck. David pressed harder on the gas, 50 miles an hour. The figure didn't fall behind. When he finally forced himself to look, he saw only a shape, human-like, but too dark, darker than the road itself, as if it absorbed the light around it. David made it to the next town, shaking. He refused to look in his mirrors. When he finally stopped, his trailer had long, claw-like scratches etched into the steel. Stories piled up after that. A young couple on a late-night drive said they felt the car shift, as if something massive had slammed into them from the side. When they checked the car over in daylight, they found dents in the frame, deep as though struck by machinery. Then a farmer returning home claimed his radio went dead, just as a shadowy form flickered across his windshield. He swore he heard a voice whisper his name inside the car. Another encounter, a college student reported seeing a shadow sprinting behind his car in the rearview mirror, even as his speedometer passed 70. What they all described was the same: a figure with no features, no face, no clothes, just a blackness shaped like a person, and fast, unnaturally fast. The most detailed account came from another truck driver, Henry, in the 1980s. He was hauling livestock, the night unusually still. Halfway down the dead stretch, he noticed movement out of the corner of his eye. Something was pacing his truck. At first, he thought it was a trick of fatigue, but when he turned his head, he saw it clearly. A tall shadow, its limbs were elongated, running effortlessly beside his 18-wheeler. Then it looked at him. Henry swore the shadow's face pressed against the passenger side window, though the truck was barreling at 60 miles per hour. He described empty sockets where eyes should have been, and a gaping hole for a mouth. Terrified, he floored the accelerator. The figure fell behind. But in his mirrors, he saw it crouch, like a predator, and then vanish into the fields. Henry quit night driving not long after. He told people, "That thing wasn't just chasing me, it was hunting me." Even today, new reports surface online. Dash cams flicker. Drivers post footage of strange shapes darting across the road, too fast to be human. On forums, locals share warnings. Don't drive the dead stretch after midnight. Don't look at it if you see it. And whatever you do, don't stop. A chilling consistency runs through the stories. People who stop their cars often disappear. Their vehicles are later found abandoned on the side of the highway, engines still warm, doors open to the empty fields. What is the highway shadow? A spirit of the road. Some claim it's the ghost of a hitchhiker struck decades ago, condemned to chase cars forever. A demon. Others insist it's not human at all, but a predator that feeds on fear and loneliness in the dead of night. A shared hallucination. Skeptics argue it's exhaustion, highway hypnosis, and paranoia. but even they can't explain the physical damage left on cars. Unlike most hauntings, the shadow isn't bound to a house or bridge. It doesn't wait for you. It comes for you. The moment you enter its territory, you're already in its game, and the game only ends when you escape the dead stretch, or when it decides you don't. So the next time you're driving late at night, windows down, radio low, and you see movement out of the corner of your eye, don't turn your head, don't slow down, and whatever you do, don't let the shadow catch you. Would you dare drive the dead stretch alone at night? Or do you think it's just another urban legend that got too real? Share your thoughts below. And remember, the scariest monsters aren't the ones waiting in the dark. They're the ones already running beside you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for future videos. Until next time, sleep well.